Pitchy, you're very welcome. And if you have a minute then, just hit the wee subscribe button and the wee bell and you'll hear more of this nonsense. So, it's a sad week. Mhairi Black of the SNP has announced that she will not be standing for election as an MP again. And that is a great loss. There's a bit of a connection with here. When she was elected, she was 20 years old. And the record for the youngest MP ever before that was her own Bernadette Devlin. And Mhairi Black sorta is not that far off that mould. She was a very straight-talking, eloquent, articulate woman who stated her truth in a very direct way. And you couldn't help watching her from home and cheering. Go on, you girl, ye. You know what I mean? She called a lot of the Tories out. She basically called them fascists.
The priority isn't the economy. It seems to be things like protecting freedom of speech, and yet the Tories are the one that have banned schools in England from using sources that are not overtly pro-capitalist. Yeah. They're cracking down on freedom of assembly and protest. They're privatising Channel 4 when the Culture Secretary didn't even know that Channel 4 receives no public money. And over the last 12 years, I fear we are sleepwalking closer and closer to the F word. And I know everyone is scared to say it for fear of sounding over the top or being accused of going too far. But I say this with all sincerity. When I say the F word, I'm talking about fascism. Fascism wrapped in red, white and blue. And you may mock, and you may disagree, but fascism does not come in with intentional evil plans or the introduction of leather jackboots. It doesn't happen like that.
She wasn't a great lover of royalty either.
Repeat things again and again, but we've now got a new one. We can now also afford to pay up for the Queen's House. We can now find the money to refurbish Buckingham Palace. So my question to the Minister would be this: are we going to be doing up Downing Street anytime soon? Are there any other houses filled with millionaires that need to be done up, that need a lick of paint? Because it's a ridiculous notion that we can afford to fork out money for palaces, literal palaces like this in Buckingham Palace, but we can't pay pensions. It's a joke.
And right at the very end, one of her last appearances probably in Parliament, she was up against the Deputy PM, Oliver Dowden. Oliver Dowden's a nice chap. Oliver Dowden's the one that wheel out all the time to basically give the excuses and the apologies and as one of our chaps is done for sexual assault. Not very nice. We had a party. Oh, terribly. No, it was just one of those things. He's that guy. So the condescending shite basically tried to be, well done. Well, you're very good. I hope you're well. This is what happened, and this is how she basically slapped his arse.
The Honourable Lady will be standing down at the next election. She and I joined this House at the same time, and I know she has contributed much to her party and to this place. And may I also say, I'm sure she will wish to join me in celebrating His Majesty King Charles receiving the Scottish regalia, I think pretty much as we speak.
The Deputy Prime Minister, I thank him for his kind words, and we did join this place at the same time, and I'm pretty sure we'll be leaving at the same time.
I genuinely hope that Mhairi Black does not leave politics. We need many more Mhairi Blacks. We need young women who are going to stand up and speak their truth. And we have enough old men with grey beards or no grey beards. It's pathetic, the number of women in politics. But it really isn't that surprising when you consider the amount of bile and abuse that they have to suffer day in, day out. And it's time that us men stood up and said, no, we're not having that. That's not on. Because that could be your daughter or your wife or your mother, you sick bastard. So I'm not going to even see I get carried away. You understand? Get carried away. But I do hope Mhairi Black stays in politics, and maybe she'll go into the Scottish Parliament. She'll be a great asset. And if the SNP lose her, it'll be a very, very sad day for the SNP.
That's all, folks.